there it is. A popular YouTube series exploring the human journey, marking the beginning of a new chapter as a documentary filmmaker. His work quickly gained recognition for its ability to entertain, inspire, and awaken viewers to deeper aspects of the human experience. Please welcome David Marsh.
Oh, that was fun. Today has been such a beautiful day of gifts. Eddie sharing his energy, Joe sharing his poetry, Rob sharing his sense of humor and comedy. We can go just a little bit. I'm a visual artist. I've created art, and I want this art to go from this screen into your hearts. So if you have the ability to see, we're kind of shifted some things around here. The artwork that I create comes from a place, as we all, as artists, the artwork that we create comes from a place of, maybe a place of some pain, or there's something, and we want to transmute that pain, and we turn that pain into something that we create beauty from. And from that, we can heal ourselves, and sometimes we can heal other people. And I think story is a powerful way to take that. And we can share love with one another. We can show, this is what I went through, and I had this experience, and we can learn from that. Part of my journey has been to understand my intuition. And I was told at a very young age, you can't trust your feelings. That's how the devil tricks you. You can only trust the Bible. You can only trust what the pastor says. And I learned somewhere along the way that I had this sense of knowing this intuition, but I wasn't sure how to connect into it. Along my pathway and my journey, I learned about this woman named Dolores Cannon, who has this technique called quantum healing hypnosis technique, and she has a way for you to get in touch with your intuition and maybe your guidance team, the things we don't know about. And I was so moved by that. There was another man named Dr. Michael Newton wrote a book called Journey of Souls. And these two pioneers in consciousness showed me that I could get in touch with that. And so I contacted Dolores Cannon's group and talked to her daughter, Julia. And Julia said, oh, you've got to talk to some people that I know. There's a woman in Scottsdale, Arizona named Erica Middlemist. You have to talk to her. And I was like, oh, that's just a few miles from where I live. And so I spoke with her, and she said, there's another woman named Tracy Mahan, and you need to talk with her. And I was like, oh, she lives in Portland. I can go there. So I began to connect with people, and I said, I want you as a facilitator to film a client, and I want to be able to tell this story of how this client gets in touch with her intuition, and then we can all learn from these beautiful messages. So I did a show called Journeys into the Soul, and I created a season of it, and I just put it out into the world, and I said maybe there'll be a landing spot for it. And there's a popular website called Gaia.com. It's Gaia TV, and it's kind of the Netflix for spirituality. And they picked up season 1 of Journeys into the Soul. I was so happy about it. And someone contacted me. Her name was Monica Dunn. And she said, hey, if you ever do a season 2, I'd love to be on your show and share the giftings that I do. And I said, great. I said, well, the good news is I'm going to do a season 2 because season 1 got picked up. And so Monica Dunn and I met up at her home place in Skamania, Washington, just outside of Portland. And we filmed, and there was this incredible story. It was so incredible. I'm like, we have to share this with the world. So it has become the beginning of season 2 of Journeys into the Soul, which is not out yet. You are going to be among the first human beings in the world to see this episode before its launch on Gaia TV in the coming weeks. So I'd like to present that to you. I'd like to put it here on this screen, and I'll let the artwork speak for itself. And thank you for your attention. Let's see what happens next. I need Eddie's help. Need some audio, pal.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, it's not coming through. We had it this morning. There, it's coming. Yeah, we had no audio.
Unplug it and plug it back in.
Okay. we're not getting our audio. I wonder why. Okay, now it's all jammed up. I wonder what's going on. I might need my technical assistant. Maybe Michael can give me a hand here. We had this working earlier. Sorry for the technical difficulties. It's always a frustration. It's just the output right here. See, it's on the TV. Yeah, it should be there.
Experience other lives.
Oh, we got it.
Soul
See?
memories and direct communication.
That's great. Thank you, Michael. Let's give Michael a hand. Thanks for saving the day, pal. All right, here we go. I'll give you this thing.
In season 1 of Journeys into the Soul, we explored the work of Dolores Cannon and the quantum healing hypnosis technique, along with Dr. Michael Newton's Life Between Lives hypnotherapy. In season 2, we go further. We continue to explore QHHT, where skilled practitioners guide clients into deep relaxation, allowing access to the subconscious mind to experience other lives, soul memories, and direct communication with the higher self. And now we introduce you to the quantum consciousness experience developed by Peter Smith, a groundbreaking philosophy that explores multidimensional realities and the remembrance of your timeless magnificence. This is a 20-episode documentary series. Each session is real, each journey unscripted, and every participant is guided by a trained professional helping them navigate these expanded states of awareness. Witness other lifetimes, connect with guides and galactic beings, and uncover clarity around life's deepest wounds. But what's most powerful is how watching them might awaken something in you. Through their stories, you may begin to recognize your own. This is your chance to remember and reconnect with the part of you that already knows the way. So breathe, slow down, and get ready to discover Journeys into the Soul.
The dragon set the castle on fire. People were running, screaming. I had her start the fire at the top. The dragon standing behind me, waiting. There was no other option. I watched all these people die. My name is Acacia. I live in Hood River, Oregon, and I'm 32 years old. What I love about being a loan originator is helping people find their dream home and really finding a place to settle in. One of my favorite things to do in this area is whitewater rafting and paddleboarding. There's a ton of rivers and there's also mountains. It's one of the few places in the world where you can go from water to skiing and snow sports in the same day. I grew up in Oklahoma, and my dad was a former Marine. My mom was Jehovah's Witness. I think I was raised to believe two different things. One was that you're either gonna burn in hell, or the other option, only 144,000 people were gonna go to heaven. Even as a kid, I just had this feeling that's not right. That just doesn't quite sit with me. And I was probably around 7 years old when I realized, okay, something's not right here. There has to be more. Everybody can't be wrong and everyone can't be right either. I think I really started to lean in towards that spiritual journey probably in my 20s. Then I started to explore past life regression therapy, and that's how I discovered QHHT. I actually found a book at our local bookstore, and the book was called Same Soul, Many Bodies by Brian Weiss. That book just blew my mind, and what I loved about it was he was a PhD medical doctor, and this was all just data from his personal clients, so it was really patient stories. Then I started Googling past life regression therapy, and that's where I found Monica Dunn. She was local, and I knew immediately she's got to be here for this reason, and I want to go to somebody local. I think my first experience with her was in 2022. My hips were basically immobile. I had lack of flexibility and constant pain, chronic pain from my hips to my knees. And my first session with her, I walked out of that immediately healed, and still to this day have no issues with that. After my session, I just realized how vast life is and how many opportunities we get. I take things a lot less seriously and try to enjoy myself more. And I'm even more comfortable with the idea of death, knowing that it only exists on this plane and there's so much more beyond that. That really impacted how I dealt with my dad's passing. This time I'm seeking a session to help me through this sort of transitional growth phase in my life. It's been brought to my attention that I have been ignoring myself for a while, and so I want some clarification on what that looks like going forward, and I'm open to anything that comes through at this point. Monica Dunn. I'm located in Skamania, Washington. I'm a level 3 QHHT practitioner. Quantum healing hypnosis technique, also known as QHHT, is this amazing healing modality where you can find the answers to any questions that you have from that deep knowing place, which we all have access to, and anything can be healed or transformed or understood. I always knew there was more, and I always knew that there was something more going on with my spirit, and it took me a while to actually tune into it and really tap into that knowing. In my 20s, I just started dabbling into everything spiritual, and I tried every modality, working with stones and shamanism and energy healing, and I found QHHT through my partner. He said, there's this video of this woman I want you to see. Her name is Dolores Cannon. And I'd never heard of her. I see the video, and within 5 minutes, I told him that this is my work. I absolutely know that I want to do this work. I knew I landed on the culmination of all these things that I'd studied. And now I get to help others with it. I feel like we are having a human experience as spiritual beings. The purpose of coming to explore this human reality is really to enhance our souls and for our learning and growth. And so I really don't think we can get it wrong. I think it's all about learning and growth and transformation and transmutation. Like people coming into families where they have a lot of struggles. Oftentimes that soul is coming into the family to transmute that for the family. One of the things I love most about QHHT is that anything can be healed. I mean, it really just transcends time and space and all the beliefs that we've ever been told or ever learned. And if we are willing to step outside of our beliefs and release them, anything, absolutely anything can be healed with this work, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. It's so amazing to just watch someone transform before your eyes. I find that clearing trauma, it seems to be the basis for how the healing takes place. So I find a lot of people with anxiety and depression and just, trauma from this life or other lives, and they bring it into their session, and it's just amazing what can be healed. Physical body pain can be healed. Mental, emotional pain can be healed. All the trauma can be cleared so that they can live their best life. I'm really excited to work with Acacia. She is such an amazing light in this world, and I'm really excited to see where we go together in her QHHT session. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. It's good to be back. What made you want to have a session? So much has shifted in the last year that I just want to ask some questions about where I'm at, and also just curiosity, check in on my journey. Yeah. And also it's just fun to see what comes up. So what's been going on for you recently? Can you update me on that? Lots of relationship changes, and then a lot with what I'm doing with my career, like the mortgage world, and then also this new business and the energy work, and where does that all come into play? I am going to take some notes. Okay. What would you say the reason for the session is, or do you have an intention for the session? The first thing that comes to mind is guidance. Just general guidance. Kind of whatever they want to bring to you. Yeah. Anything physically going on for you that you want to mention? It's happened a few times, but it's come up twice recently where it's not painful, but it's a very strong sensation in my right foot up to my knee. It almost feels like it's traveling through the middle of my right foot and then goes up. Wondering if there's any significance with that. Do you have a sense about it? Preventing me from stepping forward or moving forward is kind of the vibe I get. Well, your higher self knows all about it. Yeah, I can't wait to ask. We're going to find out. How are you feeling with mortgage now? I'm kind of getting the sense that somehow I'm supposed to incorporate energy work into that. Into the mortgage? Yeah. Oh. But I have a huge hesitation about it. In my mind, they don't go together. So I'm closeting this energetic work part of myself to maintain this mortgage professional identity. And yet you're getting this sense that somehow you'll bring the energetic work into the mortgage. Yeah. How does that feel when you talk about it or think about it? It feels really scary. Oh. Finance people are supposed to be very corporate in a very particular way, and so both of these things cannot be true at the same time, even though I'm living the duality of it. So I know that you are familiar with this work and you've done this before and you have no trouble at all. It's so easy for you to go under. I am going to go over it again just to be sure that you remember. Yeah. When you're lying there, I'm going to lull you into an altered state where you have direct access to your higher self. Know that your higher self is always present. It doesn't ever go away, and it's always communicating with you. So know that you are in constant communication with your higher self. You may feel like it's just you lying there, and it is just you because you're your higher self too. It's all of your consciousness coming to answer your questions. I like to ask your conscious mind to just be the quiet observer. I want you to tell me everything you're aware of. So I want you to tell me anything that you're smelling, tasting, hearing, knowing. Just keep talking and telling me with as much detail as you can. The more you talk and the more you tell me, the more it will open up and the more you will experience it, and go with the very first thing that comes to mind. With a shift in consciousness, things have really changed for QHHT sessions. So people are not really getting knocked out in the same fashion that they did before shifting consciousness was taking place at such the level that it is now. Your session now may be quite different than previous sessions. The best thing you can do is not have any expectations. All right? Yeah, let's do it. Good, let's do it. Yay. What do you see down there below you?
There's a castle. It looks like what you would see in a fairy tale, but it's not nice.
Why isn't it nice?
There's some darkness with it. The people in the castle are not kind.
I immediately knew, like, there's something off about this, and it was just the energy about it was dark, and there was darkness within.
There are 2 different types of people in the castle. They're all part of the same group, but there's a split in the group, like a war within the castle. I'm one of the people in charge. I'm a ruler.
There were some that really wanted to maintain being in charge and wanted to be in charge of the peasants and really loved that royalty life. And then the others really wanted a more balanced leadership that were in support of me, but there were not as many of them. As a practitioner, I really want to find out who this person is who's talking to me, what their role is in life. And now look down at your feet for me. What do they look like?
Gray leather, kind of like boots. I am wearing a dress, but I have men's riding pants on underneath. I get the sense that I'm a princess of some sort. I feel 28 years old. I have long red hair. I wear it in a braid. I felt really healthy and really agile, and I was very strong in that lifetime. I'm wearing a crown. It's silver and gold. It has jewels on it. I find it fussy and it gets in the way, but I have to wear it.
Oh, you do?
Sometimes I take it off and put it in my bag.
But you have to wear it.
I do have to wear it.
No.
They don't respect me if I don't wear it. I don't know why.
The crown really felt arbitrary to me. It was kind of like this silly thing that I have to wear that signifies my importance, only to appease part of the people in the castle. It can mean hierarchy, and it can mean things that she didn't like about that role that she was playing. And so she didn't want that crown because for her, it meant that she had hierarchy over others, and she didn't like that part.
I also carry a sword and bow and arrow. I'm very skilled in all of the men's sports that I should not have been trained in, but my father trained me in these anyway. In secret, but does not want me to tell anyone. Well, he's no longer alive. He died at battle.
I knew how to use a sword. I knew how to do archery, how to ride horses, and that's why I was wearing the men's trousers. Somehow it seemed like he knew that I was going to take over at some point, and he wanted me to be prepared.
I like to spend my time away from the castle, out adventuring. I like to be around the animals outside of the castle. But because I am in a leader role, I have to spend much time in the castle telling people what to do. I find this frustrating. I work with the council to make decisions for the rest of the community, but because I am a woman, they do not accept it.
Who she is now in this life really came forward in pieces of that life. In a leadership role, which she tends to do in this life as well, and being with animals and how she absolutely loved the animals in this life.
I have a sense that they're creating a plan to remove me as ruler. I imagine they are planning my death.
How does that feel, sensing that?
I would just run away from the castle. I have an escape plan.
She's just telling me things that, okay, you hear about royalty and those are the things. And then she said,
the people fear me because I have a dragon.
Tell me about your dragon.
It is white.
Where do you keep it?
I found it outside of the castle. She overheard other people in the village talking about how they plan to get rid of me.
Oh,
She could have eaten them then.
she can eat people? Who gets to have a dragon? A dragon who's protecting them and making sure that they're not getting poisoned or they're not, I mean, she had this dragon as her protector.
We can communicate telepathically.
She told you about it, or she communicated?
Yes, she still wants to eat them.
Oh. I saw myself out in the woods with the dragon, and it was like, wait, you can hear me? I can hear you? Like somebody talking to you, but hearing it in your mind, and just having full-on conversation in your mind. Does it live there with you at the castle, or where does it live?
No, it's not allowed.
Oh.
She stays in the mountains outside of the castle. The castle has a ravine around most of it. One entrance in and out. When they designed this, they thought it was smart. It allows the enemy in the same direction with no opportunity to flee otherwise. It's very foolish. There is no strategy in this. I find it frustrating that the council does not understand strategy. It comes to me very naturally and very easily.
The way my mind works is I can see how a plan is mapped out from start to finish and then find the best possible outcome. And that was very clear in this lifetime. So how do you work with the council if they don't understand strategy?
We argue a lot. Nothing gets done. It's embarrassing for the community to be represented by these people.
The council was closed-minded, narrow-minded people that didn't want anything to change because it would have changed how much power they had and how much luxury and royalty they had.
I'm also aware that I could have the dragon eat them, but I don't want the other people in the community to fear me, because that is how part of the council wishes to rule, is through fear.
How would you like to rule?
I would like for there to be less hierarchy. We have working class people. They're called peasants and they are looked down upon, but they are actually of the highest value in the community because they do the most. They do the labor and they provide the resources. These few do all of the work, and then these other people sit around lazy.
I wanted to move her forward to another important day, and that day, it was total chaos.
I lost my temper and brought the dragon in, and she set most of the place on fire.
How did you lose your temper?
They tried to poison me the night before, and they put poison in this cup.
Did you drink it or no?
I did not. I spilled it on the ground in front of them, and their jaw dropped, and then I slapped them in the face.
I knew there was a plan already, so I was constantly suspicious. I also knew how ignorant those people were, so they were going to try the easiest option that was the least confrontational. When the woman made eye contact with me, I could see it on her face.
I yelled at everyone, and then left the castle.
Where did you go?
I went to the mountains to get the dragon, and I looked at all of the options that were available. And so I decided to take it upon myself to harm the ones that deserved it, to try to protect the peasants. I had the dragon set the castle on fire.
When I saw the different options that were available for how to move forward with the castle, I think there were about 5 different options. The option I chose to burn down the castle ended up being the best.
The advantage to this strategy is that the peasants live in the lower level. So they are closest to escape. So I had her start the fire at the top, and because of the hierarchy, those highest up in command live at the top of the castle.
And what are you doing?
I'm just standing there. The dragon standing behind me, waiting to do what I ask next. And I don't feel bad. I know that the peasants are close to escaping. And so I feel good about that.
They were all of the people that actually added value to the survival of the community. They were the blacksmiths, people working with leather, people that tended to the animals, farmers, and then you have this whole upper class of people that do nothing, eat all day, and tell other people what to do.
There were people screaming at me why I did this. There was no other option. I watch all these people die.
And what happened to the peasants?
I plan to start a new community with the peasants in the mountains. And that's why I decided to burn the whole castle down.
The second best option was to abandon the castle completely, but then life as we knew it would have just continued. Peasants being abused and people abusing their power. So tearing it all down and dismantling the system was the best route.
I'm going to start over and they can come with me if they want. And if they don't want to, they can continue on their own.
How did the peasants respond to this?
I can tell some of them are afraid and some of them are grateful. But I don't want them to be afraid of me. That's not why I burned the castle down.
Instead of, I am the one dictating how this is going to go for you, she gave them the opportunity to go with her and follow her or stay and find their own way. Tell me about the journey you're taking with the peasants to the mountains.
We have the dragon light a few fires to keep us warm. They are afraid, but I start introducing them to her. And she allows them to pet her. She was not a fan of this at first. I told her it was necessary. She makes it clear that she is not domesticated.
She was very dignified. Any sort of treatment like she was a pet or a sort of amusement or ornament she did not like. This is just trust building. We're not petting you because you're like a cat or a dog.
We're compressing time. What is life like now in the village?
I am old. The dragon has been coming and going more frequently. She's enjoying her freedom.
How do the peasants feel about her now?
They love her. It is custom to introduce newborn children to her. They put their child face to face in front of her.
How does the child respond?
They usually immediately try to touch her, and she really likes it.
It kind of allowed the dragon to sort of baptize the children of the community, and she also became familiar with their scent. She knew what everybody smelled like. She knew like who her people were.
She created a completely new society where there wasn't this hierarchy. They were communing with the dragon, and the infants were meeting the dragon eye to eye, and it was just so beautiful. Well, now leave that scene and let's move forward to another important day.
I am dying of old age. The dragon is there. She's upset. They live much longer than we do. Now I'm outside of my body. You can see it from above. The dragon is circling in the air, screaming. She's sad.
As you look back at the life, what do you feel you learned from it?
Leadership is not easy.
You have to be able to listen to people and also communicate your plan effectively.
And what do you feel the purpose of the life was?
Sometimes the best outcome is also the most painful.
Sometimes you have to tear down everything completely, which means taking all the progress that you have and just throwing it away and starting from scratch, which can be painful.
May I speak to Acacia's higher self, please?
Yeah.
Everyone has a higher self that knows the answers to everything and can heal anything. Why did you show her that lifetime?
Several reasons. One being her hesitancy in leadership.
Why does she have that?
The guilt from murdering people.
But there was nothing else she could have done, right?
That's correct.
Is there any reason for her to carry that guilt?
No.
What can you do to heal that and release it for her?
It is released by showing her.
How will she feel about stepping into leadership now in her current life?
She will understand the balance.
Just because that's the best plan doesn't mean it's easy, and also doesn't mean that it's necessarily right to take those lives. But it had to be done.
To release that guilt so that she could step into her role of leadership in this life was so empowering and so powerful. It was so great. What were the other reasons you chose that lifetime to show her?
She's a dragon keeper. She is afraid to claim this.
What creates that fear?
The fear tied to leadership. It's been given in many lifetimes.
Well, now that you've shown her and released the guilt, would there be any reason for her to carry that fear of leadership any longer?
No.
Will you please scan her body now and tell us where you're focused on for healing and repair? Oftentimes, people will hold fears or beliefs in their bodies, which correlates to either pain, disease, discomfort. You know, it's always a message, and they're trying to get your attention.
There is residue at the back of the neck. This is tied to speaking her truth. This is again related to leadership and the work that she should be doing.
Is there anything she needs to know about it?
She is very concerned about how she is perceived professionally.
Where did that come from?
The lifetime that we looked at today.
Oh.
Several other lifetimes have a very similar theme.
Was there anything she could have done to rule any differently from that lifetime?
No.
What can you do to heal that for her now?
It has been done.
It was so powerful for her to release the fear of being authentic, specifically in the work that she does in the mortgage industry. She has a certain sensation coming up from the bottom of her right foot up to her knee during meditation at times. What are you trying to tell her?
This is from a past lifetime where her right foot was caught in a bear trap. She was in a leadership role and was betrayed by someone.
And she's been carrying that from that other life?
Yes. The bear trap led to death by infection that spread up the leg. And that's the sensation that she feels.
Is there any purpose for her to carry that now in her current life?
No.
Will you heal that life now and clear any blocks to her leadership or her stepping into that role?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
I know I was Native American. My foot was in a bear trap from a betrayal incident. I died from infection from the bear trap that traveled up my leg. And so that's what that pain and sensation was from.
People are on a soul journey. And that journey is not just about this time right now. And sometimes the wounds from other time and place actually impact our current life. Because time is not linear, we can actually access those points and heal them.
I could actually feel the sensation starting at my foot, and it was kind of cool and tingly, and it did go all the way up to my knee.
What will she experience now that this is being completely healed?
She should be able to move forward in her leadership goals. The part that's important is her being afraid to show up as her authentic self. She thinks she needs to hide parts of herself in this industry. She will find infinite abundance when she allows her true self to come through.
This is what a mortgage loan officer looks like, and you need to fit in this box. And how do I take my authentic self and stuff it into this box? And then I think today I was shown that that's not possible. I've been avoiding showing up as my authentic self. This is what a mortgage lender looks like. Just show up as your authentic self.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
How long did you feel like you were laying there?
Like an hour. 2. It was a long lifetime.
By being authentic and following your heart and living from your own truth, instead of trying to follow what you think others want, you're actually serving the world in the best way you can.
It's been 2 weeks since my session, and I feel really great. I've really been able to lean into being the most true version of myself around clients. I can wear the mortgage lender hat from 9 to 5, and I can also be a spiritual person outside of that. I don't need to hide that version of myself. and they trust me more when I am the most true version and most authentic version of myself. In any sort of like leadership roles or projects that I'm in charge of right now, I'm really just moving forward, still getting input from other people, but I'm just really unbothered. Physically, I have really noticed a huge difference in my neck. The issue in my right foot, that has been non-existent since the session, which is really amazing. My higher self told me that I was a dragon keeper. It's really just accessing our inner power and our inner truth. Everybody has access to this internal power. Thank you, Monica. I had a journey into my soul, and I'm really looking forward to sharing this experience with others and just continuing to show up as the most authentic version of myself.
Ladies and gentlemen, Monica Dunn. Stand up, Monica. Give a wave. Not only is she a wonderful sound healer, she's a QHHT level 3 practitioner. Right next to her is Tracy Mahan. Tracy, stand up. Tracy is in season 1. She has 2 episodes. If you know anyone that could be helped by seeing this type of show, have them go to journeysintothesoul.com. It's all there and available. Thank you for your time.